Hey everyone, so I just got through doing the sick ill tag today, and I have a book review for you on ebook. Now, generally I don't do these kind of ebook reviews, but that's because I like to buy paperbacks. But I'm an Amazon Prime member, and so I get one free sort of thing a month to take out. Well, I picked The Immortalist by Richard Denney. First of all, let me start off by saying Richard Denney is an independent publisher, so he writes the books and publishes them himself, which is really, really cool. And to be honest, when I first found out about him, the only book that I knew that he had written was Mara, which sounds absolutely awesome. But I checked him out, and he's this really great booktuber who also writes and doesn't just write like these little like cheesy stories. He writes good stuff and entire series. I wish you could see the cover in color, but of course my Kindle doesn't offer that because it's not a Kindle color or anything. But it's pretty cool. All of his covers are designed really neat. But as far as the book goes, let me just start off by letting you know that it is about these people. It's called The Immortalist, and it's about these people who live forever, basically. There's one of them left in the world, just one. And her name is Ever, which is an awesome name because obviously she lives forever. The characters in this book are witty, they are fantastically comical, and even more so, they're just great full-fledged characters. He does a fantastic job of letting you know who these characters are, why they're there. Now on to the stuff that I really, really like about this book. First of all, the inadvertent humor is absolutely amazing because the dialogue is so real between these characters, and you can actually imagine people saying these things that mostly his grandpa, when he speaks, it's great, it's hilarious. It's not a comedy book by any means, but it's there, it sort of lightens the mood, and it's perfectly written as far as the dialogue. Second thing that I really, really liked about this book was how he doesn't give you too much detail. Like, you know how a lot of books give you just nothing but detail and they leave out the main stuff like dialogue and things like that? Well, this book is written from the point of view of the main character, and it's really hard for me to get into books like that because I feel like there's so much being left out. Not the case with this. This is a very descriptive book, but it doesn't overwhelm you with detail. It leaves you with just enough so that your mind can fill in the gaps. And believe me, I found myself thinking of stuff that wasn't even in the text, just popping into my mind. This should look this way, and this is probably how this looks. It's really cool because you sort of find yourself creating this world along with him. And the last thing that I really, really like about the story is the story. I mean, I absolutely love the meaning behind it, the plot, and the actual, like, way that it plays out. And I think you will too. Now, there's one small thing that I was a little bit disappointed with, but again, this isn't really a complaint because this is more of something that the author should be proud of, I guess. It ended sort of abrupt for me, but it left me really, really wanting more. And I found myself just questioning, how is this going to happen? How is this going to be in the next book? Well, it is a disappointment that it was around 100 and some pages, I think. But it's not a disappointment that I'm really, really anxious about the next book. Like, that's a good thing. That doesn't happen often. And I'm really proud to say that Richard Denney did a fantastic job with that. Should you look into the book The Immortalist by Richard Denney? Absolutely. I give this book a 4 stars out of 5. And I am very, very anxious to see what happens in the next 2 installments in this trilogy.